Topic 1. Federal Reserve official suggests 3 interest rate cuts due to weak employment data, indicating potential shifts in monetary policy. Michelle Bowman, the vice chair of supervision at the Federal Reserve, stated that the recently released weak employment data strengthens the case for interest rate cuts. She predicts that 3 rate cuts this year would be appropriate as a preemptive measure to prevent further weakening of economic activity and the labor market. Recent employment reports show an increase in the unemployment rate to 4.2% and a significant slowdown in job growth over the past few months. Bowman emphasized that this data supports her outlook for rate cuts. The Fed is set to discuss monetary policy in its remaining 3 meetings this year, and Bowman continues to advocate for rate reductions, interpreting this as a measure to mitigate risks in the labor market amid confidence that President Trump's tariff policies will not have a lasting impact on inflation. Topic 2. Judge halts fishing activities in a large Pacific Nature Reserve, countering a Trump-era order, highlighting ongoing legal and environmental conservation efforts. A federal judge in Hawaii has ruled in favor of environmental groups challenging the Trump administration's relaxation of marine protection regulations, leading to a halt of commercial fishing activities in a vast Pacific reserve. This area is a habitat for marine mammals, sea turtles, and seabirds, and environmentalists argue that industrial fishing methods using long lines pose a threat to these species. President Trump had changed regulations to allow commercial fishing through an executive order, but faced criticism for removing key protections in the reserve without a public comment process. The ruling mandates an immediate cessation of fishing in specific waters around Johnston Atoll, Jarvis Island, and Wake Island, requiring the government to establish conditions under which fishing may occur in the reserve. This highlights ongoing legal and conservation efforts related to environmental protection. Topic 3. Former President Trump introduces measures for private equity and cryptocurrency investments in retirement accounts, potentially altering 401k plans. An executive order signed by former President Donald Trump is expected to open the door for Americans to invest in alternative assets such as private equity, cryptocurrency, and real estate through retirement savings accounts like 401ks. While this could benefit the asset management industry, it may pose greater risks for investors due to high fees, liquidity issues, and lack of information. Critics warn that these changes could lead to significant losses in retirement savings for investors who may not fully understand the implications. In particular, private equity and cryptocurrency often come with higher fees and lower transparency compared to traditional investments, increasing the likelihood of losses for investors. Experts emphasize that it will take time for these changes to be implemented and that investor education and protective measures are essential. Topic 4. Concerns over the safety of Nvidia's H20 chips raised by Chinese state media, reflecting ongoing tensions in tech security. Chinese state media and related social media accounts have raised security concerns regarding Nvidia's H20 chips. China has expressed worries about the potential for backdoor access in these chips, claiming they are not technologically advanced and are not environmentally friendly. China's cyberspace regulatory agency has summoned Nvidia to explain the security risks associated with the H20 chips. Nvidia has stated that there are no backdoors allowing remote access or control in its products, but Chinese state media demands that Nvidia provide definitive evidence regarding security risks. This situation reflects ongoing tensions in the realm of technology security.